morning, everyone. Kat here, and I'm going to guide you through a quick mini morning flow to leave you feeling good and invigorated and leave you with more energy. Okay, so we're going to get right into it. We're going to start in down dog. So take a minute, maybe adjust yourself, and then we'll start to send the hips up high and back. Down dog. It's the first down dog, so feel free to keep your knees bent. It might be hard at first to straighten them out depending on how tight your hamstrings are. So feel free to pedal out the feet. Take your dog for a little walk by pushing one heel down and then another. Keep that belly really tight and engaged as you lift the hips up high and back. Now let's try to settle into the pose. So try to ground down through the heels in all 10 fingers. All 10 fingers grounding into the mat, pushing that weight back on your heels. It might be hard to get the heels down, and that's okay. They're not coming all the way down. Just keep a slight bend in the knee. Keep lifting the tailbone. Take your head in line with your biceps, your ears. Try to push the heels down, and if you can, lift the toes up. Keep squeezing the upper arms in, but push the shoulder blades away, feeling a nice opening in the shoulders. A couple deep breaths here. Really rooting down into the earth with all 10 fingers, both heels down. Spine is long. Next, inhale, three-legged dog. Right leg draws up. Keep the hip closed for the first one. Try to keep your hips parallel. And on an exhale, we're going to curl and round forward. Nice and slow. So we empty out the breath completely. Keep your belly engaged here. You should feel a rounding and a doming in the upper back. Empty out the breath. Inhale, take it up high. And exhale, set it back down. Going to the other side. Inhale, three-legged dog. Left leg draws up. And exhale, bring it forward, round through the upper back. Very slow exhale. And pause. Empty out the breath completely. Round the back, drop the bottom. Inhale takes you up. And exhale, set it back down. Start to walk your feet to your hands. Tippy toe if you can. Try not to lift your fingers. See if you can make it all the way to the top until you empty out. Exhale, forward fold. Now, I want you to take your peace fingers, grab your big toe. Inhale, get long through the spine, broaden the collarbones, lift your belly. And exhale, fold, melt down. Let your belly rest on your thighs. You're opening your lower back. Feel elongation of the spine. With every inhale, I want you to lengthen out. And every exhale, try to get a little bit deeper. You let your belly rest on your thighs, but your belly is engaged. Navel to spine. Bend your elbows. Feel a lot of space. Inhale, get long. Last one like this, and exhale, fold, melt over. Maybe try to straighten out the legs. You can get a little bit deeper in the hamstrings, but lengthening through the lower back. Release the toe, big toe. Take your hands to your hips. And inhale, rise all the way up to mountain. Leading with the heart. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. We'll meet in mountain pose, rooting through all four corners of the feet. Crown of the head is lifted. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Inhale, lift your gaze up. And exhale, melt it down. Plant the fingertips, step it back. Down dog. Hips up high and back. Inhale, three-legged dog, right leg draws up. And exhale, very slowly, bring that leg through the hands and plant that foot down in between. Take that back heel down. Try to line them up nice because we're going right into warrior two. So cartwheel the arms up. Spread your wings out. Root through the feet. Imagine you're squeezing the legs together energetically. So keep your legs active, arms out. Relax your shoulders back and down. Stay long through the spine. We're going to go into a half wrap. So take your left hand behind your back, and if you can, grab your thigh on that right leg. Try to lunge a little bit deeper in that right leg. Set up for side angle. You can bring elbow to knee. You might feel this right here, a deeper opening in that shoulder. Keep rolling that left shoulder back, lift your gaze. Or you can bring that hand inside the foot or a block to get a little bit deeper. Side angle with a half bind. Feeling that nice shoulder release on that left side. Spiral your heart to the sky. Three. Big breath, guys. Two. Last breath. Release the half wrap, full warrior two. Spread out through your fingers. Big inhale. And exhale. Exit into down dog. Send the hips up high. And back. Squeeze the upper arms in. Push the shoulder blades away. Next, inhale, left leg comes up. And exhale, very slowly, bring that leg through the hands. Slow and controlled. Moving with intention and integrity today. Bring that back heel down, line them up nice. And set up warrior two on the other side. Beautiful job. Spread your wings. Relax your shoulders, create some space. Come into that half wrap. So take your left hand this time, right hand behind you to grab the left side. Tuck that tailbone under, bring your legs together energetically, and set up side angle. Option to come to the knee or use a block. Hand inside the foot. Keep rolling that shoulder blade back. 3 breaths. Two more. Let your breath take you into this present moment, creating lots of good space so we can feel good in our bodies later today. Last one. Inhale, fill up, and exhale. Empty it out completely. Next, inhale, release the bind, full warrior two. Spread your wings. And exhale, exit. Cartwheel the arms down, step it back, down dog. We're nice and warmed up now. Optional vinyasa. You may drop to your knees and do knees, chest, chin, or stay on your toes. Inhale, rock forward into plank, moving from the hips all the way forward. Feel that doming in the upper back. You're catching a wave. Inhale. Exhale, coming up. If you're on your toes, you're going to push even more forward on your toes. Bend the elbows. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Leading with your heart, try to move your elbows back. Smile your chest forward and exhale. Down dog, flip over on the feet. Drop your knees. Set up for camel. Inhale, come up. toes tucked under. And if we're new to camel, we can start by just taking our hands to our lower back, bringing our elbows back behind us and opening and smiling the heart forward. Feeling a nice opening in the chest. Feel an expansion. If you're feeling pretty loose today, you can take it a step further by taking your hands to your heels. Your heart lifts and opens. Try to don't go all the way back with your head. Remember that your neck is an extension of the spine, so try to keep it lined up nice. Big inhale, come out of it. Circle, sweep your arms up. And exhale, melt it down into child's pose. Melt the hips back. Let your big toes touch. Open up your knees a little wider if you can't rest your forehead down on the mat. We don't want to stay here too long. We're not quite ready to settle down, but almost there. So let's set up back into down dog. Just round up everything up and then send the hips up high and back, down dog. Inhale, three-legged dog, right leg draws up. And exhale, bring that leg forward. Nice and slow. Plant that foot in between the hands. Take that back heel down. Line them up nice. L shape with the feet. Warrior two. Cartwheel the arms out. Spread your wings. Tuck that tailbone. Energetically pull the legs together. Relax the shoulder blades down. Extending through the crown of the head. Create that half wrap again. So take that left hand behind your back. Grab your thigh or your pants with that right thigh. Straighten out both legs. Set up for triangle with a half wrap. Hinging from the hips, send the hips back. You can use a block here. If you need some extra leverage, because it's going to be that grounding down through that right palm that's going to expand and lift the chest and spiral the heart open to the sky. So if you can't touch the mat here, use a block. No egos, let it go. It's okay to use a block. Couple breaths. Set up for balanced half moon. Keep that half wrap. Start to bend that right leg. Bring that right hand forward. Left leg up high. Keep that top leg active. Keep pushing out through the heel. Keeping that hip in line. Imagine that that left foot is touching a wall and you're pushing that wall away. You're trying to push it away. Active leg. Release the bind, that half wrap. So take that left arm up and high up in the air. This is going to be a challenging pose, okay? So I find it easier to keep my gaze down than if I look off to the side. We're going to create a little bit of a firework. So we're going to take a big inhale and we're going to curl up into a tiny ball. Big inhale. Biggest breath you got, and exhale. Come into a little tiny package. Now inhale, expand out. Exhale, tiny little package. Bring it back in. One more time. Inhale, expand, fill up. Exhale, tiny package. One more. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, tiny package. Very slowly step that leg back into triangle. Full pose now, not without the half wrap, so both legs are straight. I'm trying to expand through the ribs equally in both directions. Start to bend that leg back into warrior two. Tuck that tailbone. Very carefully, we're going to set up back. We're going to set up for warrior one. So very slowly, we're just going to pivot on that back leg, that left leg, supporting leg. We're just going to take our hips towards the front, very slowly. We keep that back heel down. Warrior one, you keep your heels in line. Feel that squaring off of the hips. You may have to take that back leg in a little bit to square the hips. Your right knee still bent deeply, left leg is straight, but your left hip is wanting to come forward. It's wanting to come forward. Take your arms up. And exhale, take your hands behind your head. Feel a nice resting place for your head. Not forcing anything. Inhale, think of tiny little back bend. Start to reach back, tucking that tailbone, keeping that tailbone tucked. And exhale, curl in. Inhale, expand. And exhale, round. Looks like a cat-cow action. One more time. Inhale. Tiny back bend. Exhale, round. Close it off. Warrior one, full pose. Release the hands. And exhale. Take that back leg with you. Come to the top of the mat. I'm going to turn to you so you can see me better. But you're standing at the top of your mat. Your left leg is in, flamingo. We're going to go into eagle from here. So we're going to take that left leg over the right leg. Send the hips back, kind of like you're sitting in a chair. And if we're new to this, we can even use a block under our right leg. So we can take that block, the sides, your right, the outside of your right leg, take your left leg over. Level one, you're here, you're using the block. Since our left leg is on top, we're going to take our right arm on top for eagle wrap. Inhale. I'm going to remove the block because I like a challenge. This is a lot of core focus, so use the block if you need to for balance. Okay? Right arm is on top, left leg. Inhale, start to lift up. Lift your gaze. Feel that opening in the upper back. Exhale, round. Start to bring your elbows to your knees. Maybe they touch, maybe they don't. That's okay, that's not that important. As long as you're moving from the center, that midline of the body, as you ground down through that right foot. Exhale, crunch. One more. Inhale. Lift up and exhale, crunch. Release the bind in the hands. Release that left leg. And step it back down at the top of your mat, mountain pose. We got that on the other side. So inhale, fill up. Lift your hands and exhale, melt it down. Hinging from the hips. Inhale, lift your gaze forward, broaden the collarbone. And exhale, step it back. Down dog. Hips up high and back. Going to the other side. Inhale, left leg up. And exhale, very slowly take that left leg through the hands. Take that back heel down. Try to line them up nice and set up. Warrior two on the other side. Lengthen out through the spine. Crown of the head is lifted. Both feet are active, both legs. Create that half wrap as we head up into triangle. Take that right hand behind you, grab the left thigh, straighten both legs and hinge forward, pushing the hips back. Remember, we can use a block here. If we can't touch down with our fingertips, use a block, okay? Roll the heart to the sky. Keep pushing that elbow back behind you to spiral the chest open. Breath. Set up for balanced half moon. To start with the bind, so keep that half wrap. Come up onto the left fingertips. Right leg back, kick that heel out, active legs. Imagine you're pushing right into a wall. Everything's engaged. Release the half wrap, come up into full balanced half moon. Your hips are square towards the side of the room. Big inhale to fill up. And exhale, tiny little package. Inhale, explode. Exhale, tiny package. 2 more. Inhale, explode out. Exhale, come back to center. Last one. Inhale, lengthen out. And exhale. Tiny package. Step it back. Very slow and controlled. Full triangle without the wrap. Straighten the legs. Send the hips back. Both sides of the waist are equal. Imagine you're being placed in between 2 planes of glass. And try to fit through. Back into warrior 2. Start to bend the left knee. Expanding outwards from the center, but keeping everything tucked into the midline. Set up for warrior 1 with the feet. So we're going to pivot on that right foot, that back foot, until our hips are squared towards the front. Very slowly. We might have to bring that back leg in just a little bit to keep squaring off the hips. But we're walking that tightrope, so try to keep your feet lined up nice. My yoga mat has alignment lines. That's very helpful. I love this mat. Inhale, engage the arms up. Exhale, create that cradle for the head. Take your hands behind the head and let it rest. You're just resting on the beach somewhere. Keeping the hips square. Keep trying to turn that right hip towards the front of the room. Left knee is bent. Inhale, create that back bend. Tuck the tailbone, reach back, and exhale, round and close. 2 more like that. Inhale, fill up. And exhale, round. 1 more time. Inhale. Expand and exhale, close. Release the hands and inhale, full pose. Warrior 1. Lift your gaze up towards your fingertips and exhale. Come to the top of the mat. Bring that right leg with you, nice and slow. Flamingo. On the other side, I'll move again towards the front, towards the side so you guys can see me, but you guys are at home or at the top of your mat. If you need a block for eagle, get it now and place it on the outside of the left foot. Right leg up. And exhale, cross it over the left. Try to sit back like you're sitting down in a chair. We have our right leg on top this time, so the left arm should be on top. Keep everything hugging into the midline. Inhale, start to lift the arms up. Exhale, crunch, bring it in. Inhale, lift. Just like an eagle flying through the sky. Lift your wings up. And exhale. Try to bring knee to elbow. It's okay if it doesn't meet. Inhale, expand, and exhale. 1 more time. Inhale. And exhale. Release the hands. Come out and release the foot. Exhale, settle it back down. Back at the top of the mat in mountain pose. We're going to start to bring it down to the mat. We'll do a little bit of core work. Exhale, forward fold. And we'll go into a couple of hip opening stretches before we close. Inhale, lift your gaze up, and exhale, fold, and take a seat. Spread the knees open, set up for boat. Let's do 3. Let's just clap the feet together. In and out. Inhale, open up the legs, and exhale, bring them together. 2 more like that. Inhale, open up. Exhale, bring them together. Inhale, open the legs up. And exhale, bring them together and roll all the way down on your back. Take your legs up towards the ceiling. Kick those heels out. Take a block if you have one. If not, you don't need one. But if you do have one, I encourage you to take it in between your feet. Keep squeezing the block here. Inhale, fill up. And on an exhale, I just want you to very slightly lift your hips up until you empty out the breath completely. Feel that margarita bowl shape with your pelvis. Inhale, lift, or lower, lower the hips back down. And exhale, lift them up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift them up. Keep squeezing the block. Inhale, lift, lower. Last one, exhale, lift. Squeeze, lift the hips. Inhale, lower. Remove the block. Go into bridge just to even everything out. Line your feet about hip width. You could use your block here too and squeeze it in between your thighs if you want a little extra. Now we're going to push down through our forearms, through our arms to lift the hips up. So push down, lift the hips. Inhale, lower. Exhale, thrust. Try to push down through the knees. Imagine that the knees are going straight out in front of you. This is going to keep you from squeezing your gluteus maximus too much. Exhale, press the hips. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Inhale, lower. 2 more. Exhale. Last one. And lower. Remove the block. Take your legs back out long. Now this time, we're going to take a big inhale here. Exhale, start to lower the legs so they're 1 inch off of the mat. They're hovering off the bottom. Inhale, start to coil up through the upper body. Lift your shoulders. Lift your heart. Inhale, exhale, lower the upper body, take the legs up. Inhale. Exhale, lift the hips, the pelvis up. Just like how we started. Inhale, lower the hips. Lower the legs, very slow until they're 1 inch off the mat. Round up through the upper body. And exhale, lower the upper body, take the legs up. Inhale. Exhale, lift your hips. Just 1 inch. Very good. Inhale, lower the hips, lower the legs. Curl up when your feet start to hover at the bottom. Try to reach for the toes. Exhale, lower the upper body down, lift the legs. 1 more time. Inhale, fill up. And exhale, lift the hips. Lower the hips. And exhale, lower the legs. Curl up. And release everything. Hug the knees in. Give yourself a little hug. And then start to roll forward and back. Roll. And we're going to go right into down dog. So however you want to get there. I like to set up, rolling on my feet, plant my hands, step or hop back, and send the hips up high. You can go through a vinyasa there if you'd like. But for today's class, I think we only did like 1 or 2, didn't we? Kind of took it easy. It's a morning quick flow. Just all those feel-good movements. Let's go into pigeon. So right leg comes up, and exhale, take it forward, bend the knee. Take your right knee to the back of the right palm, the wrist. This is going to be more challenging the more parallel the shin is to the front of the mat. So if you're new to pigeon, I suggest keeping it bent deeply, and then try to take that back leg back behind you. Keep pushing it back until it's nice and straight. Take a look at that back leg. Make sure it's rolling inward, so roll that inner thigh on that left leg, roll it inward. All arrows point to the midline of the body. Create a kickstand and check your balance. Can you lift your hands up without collapsing in? Are your hips grounded? Are they towards the front of the room? And if they are, stay here. Inhale, expand up, and exhale, melt it down. You could use a block here to rest your head. You might be feeling it enough just staying right here. If you want a little bit extra, you can start to bend that back knee. You might have to come up a little bit. If you can, reach back for the foot and try to square your shoulders towards the front. Your hips are squared, your shoulder blades are squared. You're not forcing anything. You can create a kickstand with that right arm. Breathe through it. Happy hips equals happy life, right? When we can do more of the things we love. All right, I'll start to come out of it and head into down dog. Send the hips up high. Might feel good to shake that leg out a little bit. And come back into down dog. Setting up on the other side, take the left leg up and high, and exhale, take it forward. Take that left kneecap behind the left palm, the left wrist, and once you have it where you feel like you're open enough, then start to straighten that back leg. Take the legs back, take the toes back, so it's nice and straight. Create that kickstand, squaring off the hips, roll, take a look at that back leg. Make sure it's rolling inward into the midline. You may have to adjust a little bit to bring it in more. Square off the hips, create that kickstand. Check your balance. Inhale, lift the heart, and exhale, melt it down. Keep squaring off the hips. Imagine you're trying to bring that back leg in towards to the left leg. So your right leg is back, and it's trying to come up and join your left foot. It's not possible, but that's the energy you want to bring to this pose. It's going to square everything off, and it's going to keep you nice and in line. Feel free to stay here. You could even still rest down or start to bend that right leg. Reach back if you can. Ooh, and you might notice this side is different than the other side. That's the funny thing about yoga. We notice where all of our weak spots are, and we know where we need to work, at. Square off the hips, square the shoulders. Create that kickstand with your hand if you need it. Release the foot if you had it, and come out into down dog. It might feel good to shake that leg out like you did the other side. And then I just want you to step it forward, come into a seat, and come all the way down on your back. We're going to finish with happy baby. So let's come down. Happy baby is great in the morning. So open up your hips to the ceiling. And the outside soles of the feet. Feel free to move around a little bit. I like to bend one leg and straighten the other. Kind of roll side to side on my back. Do that a couple times. Start to close off the hips and bring your feet together. Bring your knees in. Give yourself one last little hug. And then let your feet roll to the outside edge of the mat. Let your fingers, your palms up at your side, arms at your side, palms up. Eyes are closed. And just take a couple moments here. Come back to your body, back to your breath. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day. Thank you for joining me in this practice this morning. The light and love in me loves and honors the light and love in you. Namaste.